welcome everybody to the Galaxoid and Nebular podcast. We haven't been doing this in a while. Galaxoid Nebular, that page of mine in YouTube hasn't seen a video in a while, and
that page of our life.
Yes,
like sands through the hourglass. It is the pages of our lives.
Time after time, you wait, and you wait. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, it's kind of closed, but we're bringing it back old school, so lots of stuff to talk about.
Yeah. Well, we basically went on to Zombies to Aliens is where we are now. So if you want to listen into that podcast, not to advertise a podcast on this podcast, but that's what we've been up to, and also a lot of Payday 2.
Which I might start up here in a second to see if I can play and record a podcast at the same time.
Which I believe you can.
Yeah, well, we did our Counter-Strike, but we weren't playing very seriously.
Yes.
So, speaking of Payday 2, since this is kind of like a master PC master race-ish, racist
cast.
Yeah. ISH, not IST.
We're the SSS of gaming and the whatnot, yes.
So what do you think about the updates to Payday 2 there?
I really liked the John Wick one. I thought it was going to be really cheesy, but god damn it, I have not changed my character since I chose John Wick.
It has been really cool having Keanu run around with you in some of these missions.
Yeah.
And I think more celebrities should have like little I don't know, promotions like this, like
totally. I love the Expendabros, so I wish they just put in John Wick and as Bro Wick in like the freaking Bro Force would be awesome.
Oh, I think it's coming. It's got to come, eventually.
Yeah.
He's already in there, so Arnold's got a couple. He's got to be in there, at least a couple times.
Yes.
I don't know what that is. Bro Wick. Yeah, so speaking of that, those type of promotions, I'm going to shoot this question off. What would you like to see as far as like a celebrity promotion, being an action star in a video game you play? Just off the top of your head, can you name one?
I would like to see... that's a good question. Other than Keanu Reeves, I'm pretty much set. How about, I'd like to see, maybe... I don't think we ever got like a good Wolverine game ever. I'd like to see Hugh Jackman do a good Wolverine game.
Oh. Well, I'm talking in an established franchise. What would you see like a promotion, cross promotion in any game?
Okay.
First, let me start it off. Let's say Left 4 Dead series, Left 4 Dead 2.
Oh god. So freaking Rick Grimes all up in that shit.
Something like that, yeah. Walking Left 4 Dead promotion.
Well, going off of that, how about Walter White and Payday 2?
Walter White. Nice. Good deal. I mean, that would make sense with the meth lab thing.
Yeah, I know. That was the most ridiculous mission ever in a video game I ever played, is cooking meth. It's even Grand Theft Auto never crossed that, making meth while cops are swarming the place.
That's true. I mean, then there's been some crazy missions in the Grand Theft Auto series.
Yeah, they have, but nothing to that extent, where usually criminals, I think, would probably leave the place and not cook meth while stuff's going down.
You know what? I have a Valen sitting next to me, and she requested a Riddick cross promotion, and I'm thinking a stealth game and maybe a time traveling Riddick to Assassin's Creed, maybe.
That's
do
a
that
good
cross
one.
Promotion.
I was gonna say Riddick and Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell.
Doesn't make any sense, but it'd be awesome.
Yeah, the John Wick thing kind of doesn't make sense, but it is awesome. That's the good thing. There's no backstory whatsoever.
Yeah.
Or Ashley. Oh my gosh. Or Ashley Campbell. Did I get that right? Evil Dead for a Left 4 Dead or something like that.
Oh yes.
Resident Evil maybe.
I want to say there's something, but there might not be. You know what? There's probably just like community skins. Ash might be in like Left 4 Dead or something. I have a
Well,
feeling
that's what.
like the community has done something like that.
Yeah, that's what the mods are for. But just the official cross promotion is kind of neat.
Yeah. Well,
We're
he's in a
talking about a better.
poker night too, so that's pretty good.
Oh yeah, definitely. That is a very geek metaverse geeking out game there.
It is. It really
Eh,
is. And you're just playing poker.
Yeah. So actually, you know what? Hey, can you explain that to people that haven't necessarily played it? Because I know people have seen it, from afar, but never haven't like purchased or played it or anything like that.
All right. So okay. So for without talking about Poker Night 2, you have to talk about Poker Night 1. And basically, it's a little poker game you play. But basically, you the concept was usually when people play poker, they like to talk the shit. And so Telltale Game came up with this little poker game. And in the first one, you have oh god, what's his name from Penny Arcade, the blonde one.
Oh, really? Tycho
Yeah,
Brahe?
Techo. You got Techo from Penny Arcade. You got Strong Bad from Homestar Runner. You got the Heavy from Team Fortress, and you got Max from Sam & Max. And number one, that's Poker Night 1. And basically, you just play poker and they talk, and it's freaking awesome. Now, Poker Night 2, you had freaking Ash from Evil Dead, and then you get Brock Sampson from the Venture Brothers, and then you got Sam from Sam & Max. And lastly, I think the best freaking person ever, and I'm planning on getting Borderlands the pre-sequel and playing Claptrap. Yeah, Claptrap's in Poker Night too, and he takes the show. Oh, and also for Poker Night 2, your dealer is GLaDOS.
Right. What was it? Who was the dealer in Poker Night 1?
Oh, there is none. It was just the cards were just delivered to you without any explanation on who's dealing. And then the second one, they actually gave the dealer a character, and that's fantastic.
Now that's on PC, PS3, and Xbox 360, right?
Yes, yes, it's a relatively cheap game. I wouldn't say it's like $10 or something.
Is there any difference between the versions as far as who's in it? Like, is there like a
No,
Sackboy or?
that would have been interesting. They should have had like something uh, exclusive for each thing. Like when you play, you can change like the felt on the poker table, and you can change the chips, and you can change the cards. And if you they have sets like that are themed from each thing. Like say if you have a Evil Dead chips, Evil Dead cards, and an Evil Dead table, then it changes the environment completely to be an Evil Dead like poker game.
Hmm.
Yeah, so if they did something like that on PlayStation and on Xbox 360 with like, yeah, Sackboy or something for PlayStation, like maybe Halo for Xbox 360, that would have been cool. But
And
no.
I have no problem with talking about potato things. Exclusivity is definitely a potato concept, which
It
I will not
is.
refer to consoles as anything but potatoes in this podcast. By the way, so it is definitely a potato
Yes.
concept.
Okay,
Forcing
so
you.
wait, I get this now. So the PC Master Race is basically Nazis, they're fascists. And since you're bringing up potatoes, that makes me think of Russia. So basically, the consoles are freaking Russian Soviets and are communists. Is that what you're getting at?
No, 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 no. That's no. The point is that it's. I don't know where the term potato came from, but definitely a resolution. In resolution terms, it looks like you're playing on a potato. I think that's
Ah,
where it came from.
okay.
So
Well, I like my
1080p.
version.
Yeah. Well, truthfully, the I don't like that because eventually the communists did win against on
Oh,
the
that's
Eastern
true.
Front. So I don't like that. I'd rather not be a fascist too, but but still, yeah.
That's
So
great.
yeah, it really is like a potato concept, but I don't mind if they're gonna do that and they still release it on all platforms. Have an exclusive character to that platform, like
Yeah, definitely. You deserve something. And
Remember
I'm a
the
guy
Link?
who buys. I think you've also bought multiple games, like the same game on different consoles, and I've definitely bought games that I've owned on PC on consoles, and it'd be nice to have something else with the same game, you know?
Yeah, it does. It changes up it a little bit, and I mean, I've obviously had to buy the Left 4 Dead a couple times.
Yeah, me too.
So, you know, various friends on different platforms. It's just what happens. But at the same time, you know, hey, I don't mind the Link thing in Soul Calibur. The Link Master was it Master Chief and Spawn for some reason? Was that what was
Yes,
in
it was Master Chief and
Soul
Spawn
Calibur?
for Soul Calibur on the Microsoft version, I believe.
Hmm.
Or maybe
Yeah,
it
see,
was
I don't.
just Spawn.
Yeah, maybe it
Uh,
was Spawn. Let me see here. Let's
and
look it
I
up
know,
real quick.
wasn't freaking Yoda in it or something? I'm
That
not a
sounds
big
familiar
Soul
as
Calibur
well.
guy.
Was it Yoda and Darth Vader? I don't know.
We really don't know any Soul Calibur. It's fun though.
Yeah.
I played it before.
Soul Calibur Dose.
Yeah,
Oh, here it is.
Dose.
It was Spawn for the Xbox for
So
some reason,
there you go.
and then Link for GameCube, and for PS2, it was one of the guys from Tekken.
Nice. Oh, is the freaking guy? Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. There's the main bald dude with the spiky hair.
Yep. Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all.
So wait, let me get your take on what do you feel about next gen consoles, PS4 and Xbox 360? Is there one like you think is going a better route than the other?
Better route. I'd say I don't know. I think they're all going. They're going the route of PC. What people don't understand
Yes,
is that eventually they say PCs are dying. Eventually, the potato will die,
that's
and
true.
this generation more than anything is based on a computer architecture. So they're really blurring the lines between what they think is a console and what is actually a PC. I really think they're along those same lines.
Yes.
Who is doing better right now as far as a game platform? I think Sony is.
Yes, you're absolutely 100% correct. The PS4 has so many independent titles coming out for it that's what I'm looking into in, well, maybe not the near future, but in the future of getting, just because they're having games that are just already out on PC but coming to PS4, and it just looks awesome.
And obviously, you know, I would say if you already have a computer or whatever and you want to get the other thing, I'm gonna say this. I don't blame you. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're an idiot. Why don't you just? There are some things that have come out for the PS3, for instance, that never came out for the computer. I'm talking about Last of Us and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I by the way hate the Uncharted games. I never
Oh,
understood
really?
I don't understand the appeal to it. I played Uncharted just because when I had a PS3, that was like the number one game they said was badass. And I was playing it, and I was trying to convince myself it was a good game, and it just wasn't. I'm sorry. It just was another third-person shooter to me. So
You know what? It was, I came to Uncharted very late. I had a PS Vita, and I got the Uncharted version for that. And in the PS Vita version, you actually do some archaeological shit. Like, you make little freaking rubbings and shit, trying to like match things, and you're solving puzzles on your PS Vita. And like that felt like something that was completely new and different. So that got me interested in Uncharted.
well, that's good. Well, my experience was with Uncharted 1. By the time
Oh
Uncharted
yeah.
2 came out, everybody's like, "Oh, it's like the best thing since sliced bread." And really, that's coming from an like a perspective that hasn't played a lot, especially in the computer space, the PC space. So they definitely it's feeling like being told that SOCOM U.S. Navy SEALs is the best online game ever when it
Oh
was the
god.
first online game. I will never forget that. I really will to this day never forget me playing Battlefield 1942 piloting an aircraft carrier, moving it away from like some other piloted like artillery strikes, getting in an airplane and jumping out of the airplane onto the airfield in a parachute, and then somebody telling me, the best online game ever is SOCOM U.S. Navy. I will never forget that.
Oh wow.
And people don't realize that this PC Master Race thing is not. It's years of pent up frustration by a lot of people
It
being
is. It
told that
is.
they don't know what they're talking about. When you wish these people would play some of the things that you've played and understand that, oh, I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm talking about. It is just ignorance, really. But
Yes.
I mean,
You were in the beginning of the master race, I believe.
well, I would like to think some other people that were playing Unreal and stuff like that were very, very beginning.
Yes.
Hey, there are people like, you, for instance, that were there in the Wake Island demo and Battlefield 1942.
Oh god, good times.
That just because of funds now and family and stuff can't be like, part of that. And I'm fine with that if your cheaper option would be to go stay console and stuff like that. But at least you admit, hey, if I had a PC, I would definitely go there.
Well, you know what? If I had a choice between a PS4 and like a Steam machine, I would go for a Steam box, definitely.
Yeah. And by the way, where's that? That has no traction. That seems to be like last year's news that one didn't go anywhere.
I think we're probably gonna. I don't know. If they're not out by the holiday season, I would see next year. And even the controller, which I was particularly following the controller because I need a really good PC controller, that still isn't out yet either.
Yeah, I kind of stopped following it as well. The controller is cool. Big picture mode is rad, and
Oh,
the streaming is really pushing. I think what's important is the ability to take that game anywhere in the household as long as you're
yes.
connected to the Wi-Fi.
Yes. Of course, like everything like that's going to be on consoles is already going to be happening on PC with Steam and everything. Because I have my Vita. I don't know if you saw my review on the PlayStation Now streaming service.
Not really.
Yeah, and that's streaming off of like PlayStation's like servers or something, streaming games, PS3 games to my Vita, and that's like nothing new. I mean, PC has done that, Steam has done that, but now it's on my Vita, so I guess that's kind of cool.
Does it work good? I mean, are they using the same kind of cluster networking that like
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly. It's you know what? It's getting there. It's getting there, and it's in beta, open beta right now. So I'm hoping when it actually gets released that it'll be smoothed out.
So is it a flat rate price to play that, or what is it?
Oh,
exactly?
so yeah, I go into it in my review on zombies2aliens.tumblr.com. But pretty much you rent games, which come from 4 hours to like 3 months, and 4 hour commonly is like it was like $4, $4 to $5, and then for 3 months it was like $30 for most games. Yeah, it's different.
I think that model's bad. I think it should just be a flat rate like Netflix.
Yeah, then you can like own it, or flat rate like PlayStation Plus or something.
That's what I would think it would be.
Yeah.
So moving on.
Moving on. I think that was
let's
our
talk
whole...
about. That was our whole thing again.
Yeah, that was
well,
our
is
whole
there anything gaming wise you want to bring up?
No, I think we're done with gaming. No, you wanted to talk about something that was not gaming at all.
Yeah, well, let's talk about a big Marvel announcement this week.
Oh, God.
I'll call it the big Marvel motherfucking announcement this week. Well, let's officially term it this, because they you want to explain what exactly was and all that?
Okay, so first of all, for those of you who haven't seen it, there was a leaked teaser that was leaked first by, I guess, a really big Avengers fan for Age of Ultron, and then that leaked teaser got officially released by Marvel Entertainment, and then apparently they were gonna show that during an episode of Shield. Now, if you watch the episode of Shield and they released the teaser onto YouTube, it has just a little more extra footage just from the beginning. Basically, the Avengers are just hanging out nonchalantly. I don't really understand, but somehow they're just hanging out, shooting the breeze, and they're talking about like Thor's hammer, and everyone tries to pick up Thor's hammer, and freaking Tony Stark tries really hard to pick up Thor's hammer using gadgets and whatnot, and even gets War Machine to help him out. But and then freaking one of his suits comes to spoilers by the way. One of his suits comes to life, and that starts the whole teaser off, the whole trailer off.
Yeah. So, and it was basically what they did was this week on Monday, I believe it was. They did kind of like a little conference for their Phase 3 announcement. So it's their big mother grabbing announcement, and they talked about what movies are going to fall in line and what what Phase 2 movie or Phase 3 movies are going to be falling on, what years, what release dates, and all that stuff, all that good stuff. So obviously the trailer and the teaser that was part of the Shield was them trying to lift Thor's hammer. That was actually what was shown at Comic-Con, right?
I wish I could answer that, but I didn't get into that one. I didn't get into that panel.
Yeah, kind of like reading from what people posted, that's what the Comic-Con footage.
Oh, okay.
Was them,
wow, that was really exciting to see then if I was in that panel at Hall H.
Yeah. So one of the big things, obviously, besides all the movies that they lined up, is them actually showcasing who the actor is going to be for the Black Panther. And
yes,
obviously giving titles to Captain America 3, The Civil War. Robert Downey Jr. is going to be a big part of it, So these are all big things, People are complaining that, hey, there's not enough characters yet to actually do the Civil War story arc. But I don't know. What do you think? You think they could do justice to Civil War or what?
Well, you know what? It's definitely going to be hinted at or even touched upon in freaking Age of Ultron, because it looks like Tony's going to get some shit from all the other Avengers because his suit becomes fucking Ultron. So I'm guessing they're going to have some confrontations, definitely big confrontations if you saw the teaser. I'm also thinking freaking Quicksilver and what's her name? Scarlet Witch. I think Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch might be on the sort of Iron Man side of like the Civil War. Because it looks like they start out helping Ultron first in the teaser of what I saw, and then I figure they're probably gonna be saved by Iron Man or something, and then they're gonna join his side.
Yeah, if you completely want to ruin every type of, like, preferably you saw the teaser and you're like, earmuffs now, not listening to anything. But, if you're listening to us, if you definitely don't want to be spoiled a lot, I would say, like, stop listening.
I would like to make this our podcast where we spoil the fuck out of everything, really.
Okay, so, yeah, definitely the part in the trailer where, what's her name? By the way, Aaron Taylor Johnson, the girl that's playing, the Olsen girl that's playing Scarlet Witch.
Aaron Taylor Johnson's an Olsen girl?
Olsen girl, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
No, and the Olsen girl. What's her name? Elizabeth? Kristen Olsen?
Yes, you're correct. I believe you're correct.
Okay. But anyways, they were husband and wife in Godzilla, so obviously this is going to be slightly weird,
Oh my god, I didn't even think of that. You're right.
Now all you're going to think is, she's your sister. She's your sister.
Exactly. Oh shit, I didn't even think of that. Freaking, and Walter White is his dad. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's odd.
Yeah, that is odd.
There's a little scene in the teaser, if you like, watch any Rewind theater or whatever, where she's like really screaming on the floor, and that's the scene that they theorized where she turns from Ultron or whatever.
Oh, good.
Help out so it sounds like they're going to be fighting them, and they're going to join the team. Kind of
Yeah,
like
good.
Hawkeye in the
In the first one,
first Avengers.
which is it's a good freaking story, so they can use it again, definitely. Yeah, that's what I feel like was gonna happen. And also, I wanted to bring this up just because I'm a huge X-Men guy. Do you ever think, since now they're gonna do this Civil War, do you think they ever do like House of M?
Ah, that would involve so many pieces moving together and so many events aligning.
That's true. That's so
We
true.
could only hope. Oh, I know there's got to be talks about them really pushing for the Infinity War. They want Marvel obviously wants all their licenses back, so they can
Yes.
create stories.
Yes.
But whether or not that happens, man, that's tough. And some of the stuff they're probably talking about behind the scenes that they don't let anybody hear about are really like mind-blowing things like that. Like, we need to get Spider-Man on this. Can we pay you to have Spider-Man in this movie? How much you want? And it's just probably an extravagant cost that they're not going to be able to pay at all. It's probably like, hey, to get Spider-Man in the Civil War storyline, how about you pay us, you give us rights to all your movies from now on. It's probably something like fucking crazy. It's like some Fedor Emelianenko, like, let me give me half the UFC and then I'll fight in the UFC type.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me half of Marvel, then he can come in.
Yeah. What I hope is, I'm gonna put this out there. I would like to see freaking crossover while freaking Hugh Jackman is still Wolverine. I would like to see that.
Yeah, he's not getting any younger. He definitely.
He's already had talks about like bowing out of the Wolverine character, so I'm hoping there would be a crossover eventually while he's still Wolverine.
Mhm. Well, can only hope.
Yeah, and I don't think freaking Downey has any more Iron Mans in him.
Okay, so the big announcements, obviously, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. We all knew that was coming.
Oh god,
Um,
yeah, we knew that.
yeah. So Captain America 3, which is Civil War, and it's going to be Robert Downey Jr. is going to be in it big time, of course. So
Yes.
obviously, at the end of Civil War, it's going to start off the Civil War, I believe. And I don't know if they're going to finish it up in another Iron Man movie or if that's going to be the whole movie in Captain America. But obviously, Captain America gets killed at the end of the Civil War.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the big thing. So what does
That's
that mean?
you know what?
Setting up. Go
I
ahead.
would say if I was an actor and I paid for X amount of movies,
Yeah.
I think actors are smart enough to be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna bow out at this one. So if I was Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr., God willing, one day I will be both or something. Once genetic experiments get to that point. Anyways, if I was bowing out as an actor, I would do it at Civil War.
So you think that Robert Downey Jr. is done after that too? Because we got the Infinity War storyline coming up too.
That is true. That is true. Yeah, I would say he's already been talking about not doing any more Iron Mans, and it looks like the next Avengers is going to be pretty much an Iron Man movie, anyways. So
Avengers Infinity War Part 1 May 2018, Infinity War Part 2 May 2019.
yeah,
So,
I'd be surprised and delighted if the whole cast stayed on for that long.
I think they're going to have to. They'll pay them anything to keep but they'll pay them anything to keep them on, and yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about either Bucky or the Falcon, as Valen calls him, fucking Chucky? Do you think Bucky or the Falcon, after say if they do kill off Chris Evans in the third Captain America, do you think the Falcon or Bucky is gonna take the mantle of Captain America? What do you think?
Well, from the comics, isn't it the Falcon that does it at the end, takes
I,
over?
I
Well,
believe Bucky or a version of Bucky first does it, and then
and then the Falcon.
Falcon Falcon just recently with the whole gender bending stuff
Ah,
they've been doing, like beginning of last year or
yeah.
middle of last year.
Yeah, that'd be, I don't know how they would even go about doing that, but, I know I've seen the comics and freaking even Iron Man's carrying the shield for a little while. So that'd be cool just to see freaking Tony Stark with the shield for some reason.
Yeah, yeah.
But then, yeah,
So
maybe Bucky then, because he hasn't been in that many movies other than Captain.
I think Sebastian Stan did a real good job as the Winter
Yeah,
Soldier.
yeah, he did.
So yeah, I think if they do that, I'll stand. I'll be forced to Sebastian Stan. I'd
Yeah,
like to see Falcon. I would really like to see
I
that
would
dude.
like to see Falcon do it and pick up the
Yeah,
mantle. Yeah, definitely.
I think that would be really good. Um,
Oh,
people.
I got two questions. One is, how do you feel about Mr. Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange?
I think it's a good fit. I have no
I
problem
think
with
it's a
it.
brilliant fit. There's some people who are against it, believe it or not, on the interwebs, but I think it's really
Interwebs.
good. Yeah.
People people being against things that change things on the interweb. No, no.
No
People
way,
love
Jose.
change.
Yeah. At
It,
first, I think they went through a lot of people, including one was Johnny Depp, which I thought was going to be pretty cool too. But then they went from him to one of my next favorites was Ewan McGregor. I was like, ooh, that's a good idea. And then they finally landed on Benedict Cumberbatch, and I was like, ooh, that's even a greater idea.
yeah. You're going from better to best.
Oh, just everyone needs to